Welcome to the little castle in rural Wales. It's a warm welcome from me, Mok, my little boy Chaucer. Lovely to see you here if we haven't met before. This is a little castle just outside Abergavenny where we live with my husband Joe, and every week we share our adventures of renovating the castle or running our Airbnb, and occasionally we take you on visits elsewhere too. Now this week's episode, it's all based here at the castle. I have been away on holiday, but I decided that I was going to film here because the weather has been so beautiful. So I'm going to take you into the Airbnb at the stables. I'm going to show you something lovely that happened. A guest did something so wonderful, I have to share it with you. Then a number of you commented on my video a couple of weeks ago on the statue tour in the garden that I hadn't got the names of my two little lambs that sit under the monkey tree. That has been resolved by you. It's actually a viewer here, one of my gorgeous members, who has given me the names of those lambs. Recently, I went to Fortnum and Mason's, which is a supplier of fine goods and food to the British royal family. And I bought some tea. I bought some tea, which is produced by King Charles's estate, Highgrove. I bought some Earl Grey tea and I bought some peppermint tea. And we do a compare and contrast. And we're joined by a special guest. So let's get on with the show. And let's go into the stables. Look at that. What is that? Well, let us find out. How exciting. Oh, that is so nice. It's a gorgeous peacock feather and a bottle of bubbles, which I have to say is also chilled, which is pretty incredible. Oh my God, that is so kind. Wow, I think, or I hope, they may have left me a review. All the dog treats are gone, that's good. We leave dog treats. We leave gifts for our guests and gifts for their dogs too, of course, naturally. Right, oh my gosh, we don't want to leave. How amazing is that? What can I say? Our stay here in the beautiful Stables Cottage has been above and beyond. The setting is beautiful. The Cotswold stone path, bordered by a gorgeous array of flowers and bushes, is so welcoming. Oh, the decor is so calm and relaxing. And the crockery, cutlery, even the tea towels, just exquisite. The cottage has everything you could need and is an absolute pleasure to stay in. Mok welcomed us warmly on our arrival. It felt more like being welcomed back by a dear friend than a paying guest. That's lovely. The lovely biscuits and dog biscuits were also much appreciated. Oh, that's nice. Wow. The green file, visitor's file here, containing everything we needed to know. Wonderful to read, not just the usual fire regulations, etc. No, this was warmly written along with the details of the history of the building, Mok's enthusiasm for your comfort, the overall amazing renovation done, and attention to detail. You can't help but be drawn to it and want to know all about the area. Well done, Mok and Joe. How lovely is that? And how lovely is that? I did make a promise to you that I was going to tell you the names of my lambs that sit out there by the monkey tree that was planted in the year 2000 to mark the millennium. So I had about 15 messages and about 20 comments. It was absolutely lovely. Thank you for being so engaged in what we should call the lambs. I had everything from Bill and Ben, I had Oliver and Messel, which was a close second. So thank you for that. Obviously, Oliver is Oliver Messel. And then Cecil Beaton. So they were frenemies, both interior designers, designed stage sets. I love them. I've got lots of Oliver Messel furniture here, things from his own home. And again, there's a couple of videos I'll be popping up here if you want to find out more about Oliver Messel. But the winner is, oh my goodness, as soon as I saw this suggestion, I thought this is going to be hard to beat. So the turret is just Victorian. It's just built in the reign of Queen Victoria. About, oh, there's Alex, about 1910 is when it was built. So I think it had to reflect that. And so thank you, Knight Rider, because you have named the little lambs Albert and Victoria. I absolutely, round of applause. I absolutely love those names. I think they're brilliant. They're really suitable because they sit overlooking the turret. They're Victorian. I think they're quite whimsical and quite regal as well. So carrying on our regal theme from King Charles today. Now, the teas that we are going to have today are from Fortnum & Mason's, but they're actually teas from Highgrove, which is the country home of His Majesty King Charles. And Joe and I used to live literally just a little way away from there in the village next door. And I've been to Highgrove for drinks, which was amazing. Got to wander around the gardens. You can go on a tour of the gardens if you're ever around Tetbury. I would really recommend it. But he has the most gorgeous shop in Tetbury, and they sell teas and biscuits and all sorts of things that help the King's Trust, which helps disadvantaged people start businesses and get on with their lives. And he also has a little shop at Fortnum & Mason's in London. And I bought some lovely Highgrove tea. I bought Earl Grey, and I also bought peppermint. And these are my two favourite flavours of tea. But the reason I'm standing in front of this curtain is because this curtain used to hang in my hall in Gloucestershire, and it is actually from King Charles's shop, and it is the view from Highgrove. So if you were standing at Highgrove now, looking out on an evening with King Charles, this is what you would see. And in the distance, you would see St. Mary's, the church, with the huge spire. It just reminds me a little bit of where we used to live, and I thought it was quite funny to have it as my backdrop. I just realised when I started thinking about making some tea. I mean, there's always time for tea, isn't there? Especially if it's royal tea. Ha-ha! Get the pun? So we have two teas to try. Let me fill up my gorgeous Emma Bridgewater kettle. I know this mug says coffee, but it also says tea. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to have it in a mug rather than bone china. Right, so let's do this. I think they're so beautiful. Look at them. You can see how it mirrors the curtain, can't you? And I've chosen two rather special teapots to have them in. Let me show you. So this I've had for many years, and it's blackberries, a little bit of a chip inside. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. There you go, I'm loving that. And then this was a gift from my husband Joe for my birthday, and it is King Charles, his coronation. It's commemorative, and it says 3 cheers. I love it. 3 cheers for the king. Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray! And a gorgeous little tray. Think about that with Amazon. Anyway, so let me make the tea. Now, do you warm the pot or do you put it straight in? So my mother said you should warm the pot. So I'm going to just wait for the kettle to boil, and then I'm going to warm both pots and pop the tea in. I really wish you could taste it with me. We could do a cheers together. I think the kettle's about to boil. Yeah, about to boil. And I think my husband is there. Hello. Right, so now we have company. Joe is going to join us for the tea taste. We decided we're not going to have extra mugs. Oh, and Chaucer too. Yeah, we are married, it's fine. So I decided we're going to warm the pot first. So let me... It's a bit of an Emma Bridgewater fest here, really, isn't it? There's so much Emma Bridgewater going on. Now, mind the boy. Tick, tick. Mind the boy, I'm smashing. No wonder that's broken. Honestly, mayhem, mayhem. So you're supposed to give it a swish around, and then my mother would always empty it. So that one's nice and warm. Oh, hello. So why don't we try the Earl Grey, the smoky Earl Grey first. Oh. So the idea is, like sugar, 1 person, 1 teaspoon, 2 people, 2 teaspoons, and then an extra 1 for the pot. That's what I believe. I could be jabbering nonsense, but I normally am anyway. So let me pop that in. Mind the boy, and I'll mind the teapots. And this is the teapot, of course, you gave me for the coronation of King Charles as a present. Are you holding that one away? He doesn't trust me. My own husband doesn't trust me. Right, I'm going to pop that over there. I don't blame him. And then we have a second one here. Again. Warm the pot. And then, lovely, we're going to have the gorgeous peppermint. Nothing for you. There might be a treat later, though. Oh, my goodness. It's bags. We don't need a pot. I didn't realise. Now, I don't know. Oh, is that a bit down market or is that all right? It's fine. My husband says it's fine, so it's fine. So I actually quite like that. That means I could take them on the go when I go travelling for work. Look at those. They're very posh. Very posh bags, sir. That's what you have to call King when you first meet him. Your Majesty. And then, sir. And I would know, wouldn't I? You would. I would know. We say no more. Right, okay, let us pop that in there. I haven't warmed the cup. I don't think you need to warm the cup. No, I think that's fine. Right. I'll put this one away. Right, we're going to do a compare and contrast with my lovely tea strainer. No, I have a tea strainer. King Charles, you've taken the dog's run away. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a lovely sound. Very nice. It's a very, very comforting sound. Very ASMR. Making sure it picked up on the mic. Okay. So I'm going to give it a smell. I think that's brewed fine. It's quite light. I don't like it too over-brewed myself. And then the peppermint. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I suggest that we do a taste at the same time. So I'll go with the peppermint, you go with the Earl Grey. We describe what we're tasting, and then we swap. I don't think like wine, we spit it out. And I don't think we need to clean our palate in between. Okay, so should we do a cheers? We're not allowed to touch. No, King Charles does not let you clink. Absolutely not. You just do it with eye contact. To your health. To your health. That's what you say when you go for dinner at Highgrove. To your health. To your health. To your health. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what you're supposed to be tasting.
Good. I will tell you if I can taste it.
It's organic Earl Grey loose leaf tea. It's iconic tea time blend of China and Ceylon tea, scented with bergamot, the finest organic ingredients inspired by the royal gardens at Highgrove. Are you tasting bergamot? Is it smoky?
You know what I'm actually tasting?
What?
Iconic.
Iconic? You're tasting iconic. Is that because it's His Majesty's? Because that's what it says. You always agree on the label. Okay, super. Shall we swap? And I will tell you what we're having in the peppermint. So this is organic peppermint, and it's an infusion. Is that a posh word for tea bag? A refreshing infusion of bracing organic peppermint, the finest organic products inspired by the Royal Gardens at Highgrove. So this is also inspired by the Royal Gardens, as is our curtain. It's a very inspirational video.
We might as well be there.
Might as well be there. I'd rather be in our Royal Gardens. Okay, let's taste the Earl Grey. So that's a very light Earl Grey, I would say.
Yeah.
If you buy the Twinings, it's a little bit more of a punch. I think probably I could let it brew a little bit longer. But I like the lightness of it. I hate it when Earl Grey gets really, really heavy. And the peppermint, I think that gives more of a punch.
Yeah, I do too. I also think that's a more useful tea because peppermint is good for digestion.
It is good for digestion. So I might, for example, have that after a meal, the peppermint. But I could see myself sitting here reading Country Life or on a Zoom call for work, although Teams now. Other products are available. Certainly sipping that. Well, we're going to carry on drinking these teas, and just to say thank you very much for joining both of us today here at the little castle in rural Wales. Do subscribe if you haven't done so. Hit the bell to make sure you never miss an episode. I hope you enjoyed seeing around the gardens, seeing what my lovely Airbnb guests left us, and then reminiscing a little bit about Highgrove and trying lots of teas from Fortnum & Mason's and King Charles' shop. But for now, wherever you are and whoever you love, I wish you well and I wish you joy. See you next time.